Look around any busy street, and you might spot someone playing the exact same game as everyone else, but moving to an entirely different rhythm. On paper, nothing about their routine has changed. They still catch the morning train, still pay their bills, and show up to the office. But internally, they've stopped chasing the prize. They no longer care who gets the next promotion, who's upgrading their zip code, or who is currently winning on the social scoreboard. Society usually looks at this behavior and assumes these people have simply given up. Psychology points to a different cause. The brain's reward system has recalibrated how it processes the concept of success. The standard pursuit of success is difficult by design, largely because human biology rigs the game against the climber. This diagram maps out the cycle of striving. It operates like a psychological treadmill, designed to keep us running indefinitely toward a destination we never actually reach. To understand how certain individuals manage to step off this ride, we have to look at the precise gears and levers of the invisible treadmill we are all currently running on. When you land a major promotion or finally buy a new car, your brain delivers a massive surge of satisfaction. This chart shows a biological process called hedonic adaptation. Our brains are hardwired to rapidly adjust to positive changes in our environment. That incredible thrill felt on day one quickly normalizes. What started as a peak experience simply flattens out into your expected new baseline. Once that baseline resets, the satisfaction evaporates. Your brain registers a deficit and begins craving the next external upgrade, which instantly restarts the pursuit. Because the brain actively ensures that more never feels like enough, treating external achievements as the ultimate goal guarantees a future state of dissatisfaction. This biological trick creates a highly predictable behavioral pattern. We perpetually postpone our actual lives while we wait for a future milestone. We tell ourselves, "I'll relax after I get promoted," or "I'll travel when I earn more." We end up trapped in a permanent state of waiting for a psychological permission slip that never arrives. The illusion usually breaks when an individual notices a glaring inconsistency. They look around and realize the people with the highest salaries and the most prestigious titles are rarely the happiest people in the room. When the belief that success creates fulfillment begins to crack, the psychological pressure of the race starts to lose its power. The motivation to compete depends on a promise that is no longer being kept. Alongside the empty promises of status, the sheer physical reality of the race begins to take a heavy toll. Years of tight deadlines and constant competition physically exhaust the human brain. Under chronic stress, the brain's primary biological craving shifts. The central question stops being, "How do I get ahead?" and turns into, "How do I finally find calm?" For years, the fear of falling behind or disappointing others acts as the primary fuel keeping people running on the treadmill. It forces compliance right up until the body simply runs out of energy. When physical and mental exhaustion makes it impossible to continue obeying that fear, the achievement loop short-circuits. That is the moment the quiet escape becomes possible. The quiet exit takes place in the most mundane settings, at a standard desk or during a commute. It manifests as a quiet internal boundary. This is the moment you accept that you no longer need external approval to validate your existence or your daily choices. By recognizing the mechanics of hedonic adaptation, a person regains agency over their own decisions. They stop dedicating their energy to goals that never actually belong to them. Freedom arrives when a person stops seeking a finish line that doesn't exist. This realization redirects a person's focus toward the present. Instead of waiting for a distant milestone, they actively experience their life as it happens. The most significant life changes rarely require grand declarations. They begin with a single, quiet shift in how the mind perceives the world. Seeing these hidden psychological shifts allows you to step off the treadmill and recognize your true priorities for the first time.